Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KidLee, and it's time to take a look at the newest Flashpoint, the Legacy of Rakata. And from what we are being told, this is going to be the last Flashpoint in the Forged Alliances storyline. So let's go ahead and kick this off here. Don't want to hold up the group.
Jakaro, D4.
Jakaro! Spare at least a modicum of respect.
Hey, we're set to move on the Temple of the Ancients when you are.
That's the traitor's base of operations.
Yeah, the Rakata designed the Star Forge in that temple thousands of years ago. Now it's Arcus and Derek's grunt factory.
Theron and I will be monitoring your progress from Jakaro's ship. We'll assist you as we can, keep you apprised of matters.
Yo, what? Jakaro, I agreed to no such thing. Wait, was this the talk with Agent Shad you powered me down for?
Should warn you, it's a rough road to the temple. The area's lousy with tribal Rakatans more than happy to fight. Found that out the hard way.
Wonderful! We're all going to die! Wonderful!
Remain focused and all will be well. I'm sure of it. We'll be in touch soon.
Okay. So this is Theron Shan. I'm actually going to tell a little story about him here in just a second. But before story time, let's just look around this place for just a second. I think landscape-wise, this is probably one of the best ones that they have done. This is very, very nice looking. And once again, this is a tactical flashpoint, so you're able to go in here with whatever group makeup that you want. For this particular example, we have got 4 DPS. What do we have here? We have got a sniper, a Sith Marauder, a mercenary, and I am also a mercenary. So, let's talk about Theron Shan here for just a second, in case you guys don't know the story. He's actually the son of Bastila and Jace Malcolm. So yes, Bastila sort of broke the Jedi code on that deal a little bit. But there's a couple of cinematics that came out along with this game, or I could maybe say before the game. And the one cinematic that I'm referring to is the Battle of Alderaan one, where you've got Jace Malcolm leading Havoc Squad, and he's going against the Sith guys, and he ends up going against Malgus, and Satele as a Padawan saves him, and he does the whole grenade thing and blows up the grenade and all that stuff. So basically after that battle, the two of them hook up. And as I kind of said, Jace Malcolm was the leader of Havoc Squad at that time, and then he got promoted to Supreme Commander, so he's one of the Grand Poobahs in the Republic military right now. See if I can actually concentrate on what I'm doing here. But there are a total of 4 books that actually go along with this game. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but I've actually read all of them, and in the latest one, which is Annihilation, if you actually do them in sequence, it's actually Revan, Deceived, Fatal Alliance, and Annihilation. In Annihilation, that book actually has to do with Theron quite a bit. He's one of the main characters in that, and Theron and Master Nostrel take down a really high-end Star Destroyer that the Empire has. So he sort of became a Republic hero in that, so I've been waiting for them to actually use him in this game. It'll be interesting to see what else they actually use him for, because I think it'd be really cool to involve him in more stuff. So yeah, just sort of taking a look around here. This is definitely, like I said, this is very nice.
To avoid much of the tribal area, but the terrain doesn't appear to be cooperating with us. You'll have to pass through the Rakatan settlement to get to the temple. It's further along the beach.
Alright, on to the beach. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out those books, they're definitely a good read. If I had to pick one out of the 4, like, which one should I read to get the most out of lore? And I would have to say probably the newest one, which is, again, Annihilation. Because that one takes place, you know, closest to the actual storyline that we're dealing with now. You know, Deceived, that one takes place something like 10 to 15 years before the start of the game. It's the whole, like, sacking of Coruscant, and one of the other cinematics that they did, the one where Malgus walked right in the front door of the Jedi Temple, and then he had a shuttle run through, like, a bunch of the pillars. That event actually takes place in the book, in the Deceived book. So it's very much about the Empire just taking it to the Republic, and gives a bunch of insight on Malgus and all that fun stuff. So that would probably be the second one. If you're not going to read or check out Annihilation, definitely check out Deceived. Fatal Alliance, on the other hand, that one is very much a side story. And I'm trying to think where that one takes place timeline-wise. I gotta actually think on that for a second. I know it's after, well, obviously it's after Deceived. But is it actually in the timeline of this game?
Looks as though their arena needs a challenger. If you're going to get past them, you'll have to give them a show they'll never forget.
But Fatal Alliance is actually the Empire and the Republic having to join forces against a really, really tough foe. And one of the main characters in that actually is Satil's Padawan. But that one's pretty good. And then there's always the first book, which is Revan, and it's just all about Revan and how he gets into the position he's in prior to the story for the game. It's like we might be coming up on the first boss here. Oh, a Rancor? So many Rancor bosses. Who said it wasn't a trap? Somebody said in chat. So this is actually a dual fight. You have to fight a Rancor and another boss. Oh, there he is actually up there. But we don't have a tank, so it'll be interesting to see who pulls aggro on the Rancor. The Rancor does knockbacks, so if you can, you'll want to try and put yourself against a wall. Let me see if I can get a proper rotation going here, because so far I have not done that. See, there's this big telegraph. It's a big swipe, knockback, and I fired that shot way too early. I need to focus. Focus! Alright, let's get the tracers going so we can get our unloads tapped out. And then our heat seekers. So I got the boss on me, and he's lighting fires down. I want to try and stand next to this thing. But we're going to take the Rancor first. And we'll just do whatever to the boss. Fire is bad. Don't stand in it. Ow. Gotta get back in range of Rancor. Gotta get the unloads going. Rail shot. Alright, I tripped an unload. And I like to use my my thermal sensor to then use the fusion missile, just so you get a free one. I don't know what I can do to avoid these fires too much. Alright, let's go shield up. Culto overload. Try and do a little bit of healing. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually hit this, heal the group. I'll kind of sort of play healing management, even though I don't really have any good healing skills. Doesn't matter, Rancor's dead. Alright. Electronet on this guy, a little bit of added DPS. Gotta try and get this rotation going. I'm at my 5 charges on the rail shot. Let's actually back up here just a little bit. Out of the fire. But not too difficult of an encounter. Big thing is just have to deal with that swipe from the Rancor. And he is dead. And again, there really isn't any good loot in here.
Sensors are showing a lot of movement in the temple. The Revanites are mustering their defenses. Derek and Arcus are in there somewhere. Just keep moving.
That is one thing that I wish they would change. These tactical flashpoints basically have no good loot. So there's really no point in doing them at all for loot. It's just, you like run them for the story or dailies or whatever. But I really wish they would change that. I mean, I know they're like super easy and they're like the easiest thing you can do in this game, but I don't know. They need to do something. Or maybe make it so that the loot that does drop, maybe it's like a special set of gear as far as like a unique look or something like that. But I suppose if I look at the other side, if there's people out there who don't raid and, you know, don't do any high-end group stuff, this is, I guess, the best place for them to get gear, so yeah, I suppose. Gotta have it both ways, but for people who raid and stuff, there's no good gear in here. There is actually one pet that I have seen that drops in here off of the last boss. And you know what? Actually, I think I can show it to you. If I get a lull here in my last run in here, I actually happened to nab it. And I'm not really a big pet guy in this game. It's like everybody else was going need, so I'm like, fine, I'll go need too. Take that. I think I'm maybe at a lull. I can show it here real quick. Left click preview. So there you go, this little thing. So that is the pet that I got out of here. How about some flamethrower on you? Dead droids. Alright, I'll just let that guy scan it. You can have it, I don't care. What do we got going on up here?
Overheard some Revanites near your position. Came across a cache of Rakata tech weapons. Might want to do something about that.
That's a good story. See if I can get my AoE over there. Get a couple of them. I think the orbital strike is gonna pretty much do all the work, though. What's this Jedi over here for? Ah, we'll leave him. I'll heal you a little bit, but it's not gonna do much, especially when you've got almost 40k health. My little piddly heals. So we're going around and we're collecting these things. The Revanite Jedi Master. Or I guess we're not collecting, we're destroying. Collecting, destroying, all the same thing, right? Ah, here's some stuff. Yeah, orbital strike, and oh yeah, we've got 2 death from aboves going, so that's just complete overkill. There's 2 out of 4. And we can see on the map here that the other 2 are sort of to the north-ish. One is up that away. Oh, there's one right there, actually. Can't see target? What do you mean I can't see target? We'll just knock them down. And even the orbital strike took out that thing. Whoa, what the deuce? Oh, I swear to God it did take it out, but apparently not. Now what'd you got? Oh, that Jedi patrol. Man, I need longer range on these guns. Get the electronet on him. And he's gonna be dead. Here's a couple of small heals for you. Alright, one to go. All the way up. Ah, another one. He deflected your snipe. He's like, I'm a Jedi Master. I'm not gonna have any of that from some sniper girl. Ah, yes, the droids. Many droids. I think I will do a death here. Boom, boom. Continue to the Temple of the Ancients. Which is... Go look at the big map on this one. This way. But I've been really happy with the amount of content that the devs have actually been putting out on this game. And if you compare content that's been done recently, you know, last month or so, Star Wars, The Old Republic is doing a hell of a job. I mean, they're beating WildStar. They're, you know, killing World of Warcraft. I don't think World of Warcraft has had a major content patch of any kind in like a year, and it looks like we are on the next boss here. This boss is kind of crazy because he keeps summoning just a ton of ads. I don't know what the number is, but it's like 20 ads. So we'll try and plan our DOA here. So okay, we got multiple orbitals going. Actually, I got to readjust back off. We'll get those like 5 guys. Get in here with the flamethrower, do what I can. Is that going to be enough to kill him? Gotta get out of that telegraph. So it's like you got to deal with all these ads. And then you got to... Why is that... Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I ever saw him do that before. He's just kind of floating in the... He kicked that guy. That was awesome. But you'll see, he just keeps spawning like more and more ads. And we need a heal, yeah. Fusion missile. Nope, here come the ads. DOA 1 second. Let's wait for him to group up. Right there. Nail the back half. And that guy just totally screwed up my thing with his force push or whatever the heck he did. So that orbital just go to town. Gotta get out of the red there. The boss is on me. Do a little tank missile here. Ah ha ha. You got knocked over from the tank missile. Alright, he's back down. Be really interesting to see what the devs come up with for update 3.0, which will be another pay-for expansion, I imagine. 30k, 25k, 23, 19, 16. And I think we're gonna get him. Yep. Heal up here. And a crappy orange pistol. This is a 148.
I'll be able to slice into their systems remotely.
And oh, you people with your fancy thing. I never spent the money on that. It's like, so it jumps you ahead like 50 meters. Whatever. That's right. I'm gonna make you wait on me. 'Cause I don't have your fancy flying things. Who cares?
That's it, we're in. Theron?
Okay, according to the structural plans, the only way to get at the head Revanites is through that conscription center. The cyborgs are dormant for now, but they're set to go on high alert once they detect you. The console overload will fry them from the inside. Nope, can't work the power safeties from here. You'll have to do the honors.
A sound plan. Theron, why can't I get this sensor to work?
Because Jakaro isn't a big fan of upkeep, probably a dead relay. I'll check it out.
Now that he's gone, might I recommend not doing as Theron suggests? An overload would destroy the data as well. The Empire might want its own infinite army someday. You would have to fight those cyborgs, but...
There goes any concern of you getting too cozy with a Republic spy.
Make no mistake, I serve the Empire.
And the Empire serves me cash. So let's try it your way.
Hey, what happened? Why is the console still running?
We couldn't make it work. The room will have to be traversed the hard way.
Are you sure? What did you try?
Everything.
If you say so. Hey, those sensor relays were fine, by the way. Not sure what the problem is.
Was. The sensor appears to be working again.
One thing I noticed on Theron there, in the book, you know, he's got his implants, which you can see on his face, so that's right. But one of the biggest weapons that he had in the book was he had wrist-mounted, like, toxic darts.
Arcus and Derek must know it's over for them. They've fled to the rooftop where they have a shuttle waiting.
We'll shoot them down if we have to, but we really need the chance to interrogate them.
Get to the roof. Hurry.
And he actually had the ability to basically do vocal commands to his wrist weapon, telling it, like, the amount of, like, poison, or, like, the level of poison that he wanted to use. You know, like a knockout poison versus a kill-a-person poison. And I don't really see that kind of a weapon on this model. So I don't know if that's just an oversight on the game maker's part or what. But in the book it was kind of a big deal because he used it all the time. I'd have to look at his character model again, but he's got like brown cuffs on, I think. Or maybe those were just gloves. It was kind of hard to say without really studying the model. Alright, last door here, I think. Clicky, clicky.
Wait, wait! Jakaro still wishes to confront the men who betrayed him and left us for dead. As would I, actually.
Come on, then.
What's the matter, Arcus? Shuttle not ready yet?
We Revanites went through a great deal of trouble to reach this point in our campaign. For you to hamper our progress, it's regrettable. You, Lana, you were never anything more than pawns to us. Important pawns, but pawns all the same.
We both know I'm more valuable than that. Imagine it, the Emperor's wrath, leading the Order of Revan into a new era.
Oh yes, but of course. You came all this way and ruined our efforts simply to sign up. I don't think so. This grotesque alien beast does have it partly figured out. Indeed, I won't cooperate, but I'm not fleeing. We will stand our ground and put an end to your perpetual interruption. Colonel?
If you could see what we were doing, what we want for the galaxy, but you can't see, you'll just have to die.
Now, in this fight, I've actually seen a couple different strategies.
Here and now. I can't wait.
And I'm not sure which is the correct one. It seems like going after the Sith Lord first is the way to go. I'm actually going to heal up here, because I got the trooper on me. But yeah, most groups go after the Sith Lord first and then the trooper. But I don't know, it kind of seems a little backwards to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but the trooper is not tauntable when the Sith Lord is. So it seems to me like you'd want to remove the non-taunt first and then go after the other guy. So I mean, if there was an actual tank in the group, have the tank. I'm actually gonna heal this guy up here. Have the tank, you know, go after the one that's tauntable, and everybody else kills the other one, just to keep the tauntable one in check. But this group is a little OP, so we're just gonna blow right through this. He's choking me out. Ow. Almost got him. 22, 16. I'm gonna switch targets here.
It can't be.
Alright, get the big missiles going. Pretty decent old school music in here. Or old school coder, that is.
Just walked away.
I've got about 18. He had just over 500k health.
You gotta do better than that. You gotta do better than that.
Don't pull me in. Take that.
You gotta do better than that.
And he's dead. Purple is Black Market Gloves, 162. Oh, what do we got here? Housing item. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's a little plant. That's nice. Looks like they were needing it. Yeah, everybody needed it. Well, I'm gonna need it then. Alright. Well, gotta grab my, basic comm. Now we need to go over this way and meet with the Wookiee. Or Wookiee droid.
Arcus and Derek were never going to be taken alive. They were never going to talk.
I felt Darth Arcus's passing. This is an unfortunate turn.
Yes, you did. What a relief.
Blasted, those two were running a show. They were our best hope of exposing the Revanites.
No, they weren't in charge. The disturbance in the Force, I still feel it. It's arrived.
We got company. Ships, capital-sized, whole bunch of them. Can't tell if they're yours or ours, but one of them's dropping in to visit. As important as Arcus and Derek were to the cause, their deaths won't stop us. They won't even slow us down. That voice... I've heard it before.
It's Revan.
I almost had the infinite army I wanted so badly. But even without them, I have enough.
You seem rather alive for someone who's supposed to be a corpse.
Oh, I was dead. For all of a blink. I've been reborn. My mind is clearer, my power intensified. And now, with the Order under my command, I'm unstoppable.
You're telling me the Revanites weren't always under your control?
At first, I wanted nothing to do with them. I was no prophet. Then I saw them in a new light. A secret group of devotees waiting to follow my lead without question, to help me save the galaxy. I was a fool to ever disregard them. I finally let the Revanites into my world. A world you have to be erased from. Turbo lasers are locking on! Get out of there!
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Legacy of the Rakata. Now, I will say that I'm a fan of Revan, but they better have a pretty good explanation on why and how they were able to bring him back. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. If it's not a good story, there's going to be a lot of rage out there. But yep, that will go ahead and do it for this video. So with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.